What is up, everybody? Circon here, and I'm actually making original content on YouTube. What is this? So I'm just gonna do a little replay cast here. Depending on how well you like this kind of stuff, I can pretty much do it a bunch more. Just gonna be one replay per video, I think. For now, that seems fine. Like, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it. I played this game like a month ago or so, I do believe. For those who are watching the stream a lot, know that I've been doing a lot of free mark grinds lately, where I pretty much grind out one tank to a third mark, hopefully within like 100 games. But the IS-6, obviously I've had this tank for a while. It recently got an HD model as well that improved, in my opinion, improved the armor a lot, even though the armor values are kind of the same still. But yeah, IS-6 is, as you can see, I'm going a bit try-hard here with 19 APCR, 10 AP. It has 175 pen on the AP and 217 on the APCR. And I'm running full premium consumables, including food and no fire extinguisher. This is pretty much for the last percentage of a gun mark, where I sometimes go try-hard with the full consumables, as shown here. Especially if it's a premium tank, you can kind of get away with it, because you will pretty much still run a little bit of profit even when you run this. So I'm trying to form an orderly line here. I don't want to block the SU as much as it looks like I want to, but I did not want to block the SU. I mean, yes, the derp gun, you can do some damage anyway. But yeah, so the IS-6 got pretty much buffed in the HD model. It has an insane reload. I think it's like, I don't know why it doesn't show up in replays, but my reload here is like 9.5-ish, I think, 9.8, 9.5, which pretty much brings it up to par with like the IS-3A. And the IS-3A has been on sale on the EU, I think last week, or at least recently. A lot of people always ask me like, should you buy an IS-3A or an IS-6? And I kind of say you should buy an IS-6 because the crew is way better. You have 4 crew members that are not like all wonky, which means you can just get safe stowage and stuff. And the IS-3A has 3 crew members, where 2 of them are loaders, and it's really hard to get safe stowage in them because no other Russian tank has that loadout. However, this is about the IS-6, so the VKB, the only thing you can do about the VKB is shoot the little cupola on the turret. And we bounced it twice and hit it the third time, and then you get RT'd and the KB4 finished them off. So, we're just making sure the IS-6 stays tracked. That's another thing for third marks. If you want to get for third marks, you want to really look out for those tracking shots. And tracking shots and doing damage is pretty much the way to go. So I auto-aimed the STA-1 because I pretty much have to hit that thing center mass, and it will be really easy for me to just spam it. Angle as much as possible here, and he just tracks me but does no damage because I'm not over-angled. Depends with the second shot. I think it was heat. Not that I really care or should say anything right now because, well, I'm shooting APCR. He has 9 health. I charge in, kill him with the ram. Easy enough. The Leuve just shot at me now, but it was worth it because now I can put a shot into the Leuve and track him and do damage again. That's really something you should look out for if you ever want to go for third marks. And in general, even if you're not going for third marks, tracking vehicles helps so much with your own score and making credits and everything. You always should try to go for that, but don't let your reload go to waste. A lot of people that go full tryhard on like tracking things kind of miss out on like a couple of shots. I high rolled there the E-75. I want to shoot the 1815, but the E-75 showed his entire sight for some reason. That's obviously a way bigger threat than the 1815 will ever be. And what always surprised me about the IS-6, man, is that like the gun stats on paper are, you know, not that great outside of the high alpha. But it seems to snipe relatively well. I don't know, it's weird. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's a 122 mil and it can overmatch a lot of things that it sees. You know, a lot of tier 7s and 6s especially, you can just blast with AP all day, every day. But like I said, I'm going a bit tryhard here with the APCR. We already racked up over 3000 damage. We're now going back to the base whilst Amos goes for the artillery. So they still have one nasty thing alive out of all of this, which is the Jagdtiger, and he was on full health still. The Jagdtiger is one of those things that is also a giant issue for an IS-6. For a lot of tier 8s. Frontally, you cannot really do much. I don't even think I can really go for the lower plate if he has, you know, if he angles just a slight bit. So we need side shots, so that's why I'm going towards the middle right now. Is I want to check for the STA2, but I also want to shoot whatever is coming down from that hill, and I want to shoot it in the side. That's kind of why I stick around here. And Oak at the K4 and IS are still in the base. So you don't really need another layer there. So Aimless is kind of going for the artillery, but I think he's being spotted by the STA2, which is why he's not going forward. I'm just patiently waiting here for somebody to show up. A lot of these TDs have just been chilling on the hill the entire game, so they're probably going to take it slow. The Jagdtiger finally shows up. Kind of a bad shot here. Trying to go for the side, waiting for him to turn a little bit more. Then I turn impatient to basically shoot anyway, but you know, trying to go for the tracks. But if he went a little bit more to the right, I would have been fine there. So the type shows up. I kind of auto aim and shoot, not expecting him to have the same reaction time as me, but he did, and he put a shot into my side. In hindsight, I should have probably not taken the shot and just gone for cover straight away. There we eat a shot from the Jagdtiger in the tracks, which is pretty damn nice. The Jagdtiger 2 is also on low health, which is nice. The Type 59 is on low health. But the Jagdtiger is gonna be our biggest headache for sure. So I'm hiding here from the Jagdtiger basically while still being hauled down versus the Jagdtiger 2. As long as we don't get sniped by the Jagdtiger, we should be okay. The KV-4 covers the other side of the hill, and the artillery is still behind us as well. They also have artillery, but at this point, I mean, it's just kind of luck of the draw. Who gets RT'd here? There's no real way of getting into RT cover, and I know Aimless is threatening the artillery, so he's probably busy with Aimless more than shooting me. Although people always find a way to shoot me anyway, because well, we're purple, you know. So the Jagdtiger shows up at full health, and he's gonna climb the hill here, which is really odd. This pace, I think, pretty much the worst thing he could have done. Because with these guns, you can just track them in one shot, and if you shoot them from below, you actually shoot the Jagdtiger straight from underneath into the hull. So here, I just tell Oak, forget about the type, and just keep tracking him. Because if we kill this guy, we will probably win. Because he was pretty much the key to their victory, and he kind of fucked up. And this is where the 390 gun alpha is just insane. So we tear him down, even with 2100 health. Recently got buffed in health. It doesn't really matter because it doesn't have a turret. So once you track it, and you're able to retrack it all the time, it's just dead no matter the health. So we actually just get a little bit more damage off the Jagdtiger than we would a patch or so ago. So the KV-4 died, and these guys are all one-shots. And the T-28, I'm not sure how much health he is on. The Jagdtiger 2 comes around. Again, using the hill as much to my advantage as I can. And I see that the RT just got shot. RT takes out the Jagdtiger 2. So I go for the Type 59, knowing that I can easily take a hit from him. And he will likely bounce as well. It's pretty hard for Type 59s to deal with IS-6s. Especially if he already ran out of premium rounds or something like that. It's kind of hard to deal with an IS-6. T-28 HCC comes out. But we shoot him in the, well, in the left, we call it basically the tits or something. It's on the left side and on the right side. It's those little, well, basically, like rounded shape on the side, which is pretty easy overpen. And like I said, the IS-6 always seems to be a little bit too accurate for what the paper stats should be, but, you know, it's whatever, I guess. We finally get RT'd because Aimless died to the STA2 and the RT combo, I think. So the other bounce into the side of the Type 59 was a bit weird. I think we hit the turret. That time we just hit him in the hull and he's dead. Kind of poorly angled by the Type, but it's whatever. We're running out of shells. We got 5 AP, 1 HE left. And I decided to just book it for the T-25. Because I got RT'd and I don't want to get RT'd again. So Oak goes in frontally, but he has more health. I can't even take a shot from T-25-2 if he pens it. So I go around and Oak kind of stays in front of him whilst trying his best to be an RT cover behind houses there. As you can see, the speed is pretty damn reasonable for what you get. I mean, all this armor and this gun reload speed and all that stuff, and you get all of that, and you can still go 35. And you reach 35 kilometers relatively fast as well. Like, how quickly did I caught up to this T-25-2 is pretty insane. Just auto aim again, because then you'll hit the center of the tank, the center mass, and with a gun like this, it seems to work out just fine, especially against your 7s and 6s. But you don't really need to aim as much anymore, because you will just overmatch a bunch of stuff if they have any armor to begin with. So RT misses there, and I know that, so I charge in headlong without really zigzagging. And there's 4 minutes left on the clock, and I know the Lorraine is pretty fast, so if we don't meet him here, I'm just gonna go cap, and that's something I really don't do. But in this position where me and Oak are one-shots, Oak is on less than 200, I'm on 161, it's just a safe bet to win this game, especially after we've done so much damage. We just want to take this win. So I'll go into the bush first. And as you can see, I'm driving around the cap, just not to alert the RT that we're actually already here. And I wait till Oak is here before we start capping, so it's 2 at once. Still trying to like kind of hide from artillery. So we're just gonna cap this one out. This Lorraine could be pretty much anywhere because he has several minutes to move away. And he's in a fast French RT piece. And however fast we are, we will not catch up to Lorraine if we find it in the first place. And with 3 minutes left, we might as well cap in the end there. So yeah, IS-6, pretty beast tank. Oh, that's the artillery. 340 health. Of course, we low roll like no tomorrow and hit him for 333. Keep in mind that this gun is 390 alpha. That was a bit of a low roll, cost us badly, but it gave Oak his first kill. And as a platoon, we did do 10 kills, which is pretty damn nice. And as always, you guys probably want to see the post-game stats, so let's take a look at those. Alright, so I had to upload this replay up into the official What Replays site, and it also gave me an idea. I'm not sure if you guys want this or not, but I could put the replay link so you can download it and see it for yourself in the description. I'm not sure if that's something you guys want or not. I guess I could just do it anyway, because I'm uploading these to What Replay to get the post-game stats. As you can see, we did really well, almost 2k basic XP, which is surprisingly an ace. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Made a shit ton of money, but because we shot a fuck ton of premium and we used premium consumables, we only made 30k. But do this in any other thing that isn't a premium, and we would have run a loss for sure. Or maybe even, but you know. So, and if we didn't run the premium, we would have made almost 70k out of that game, shooting all of that premium anyway. Anyway, that was pretty dirty. But you know, we came what we had to do. We demolished the enemy team. Almost single-handedly, but like even though Oak and Aimless didn't do that much damage, they were vitals for the push that we had against the VKB and the E75. So that's always nice part about platooning. And platooning up in things that don't see +2 matchmaking is really brutal. Like I6 platoons are just brutal. They handle tier 7 and 6s like no tomorrow. Like you two-shot a lot of things in the tier 6 and 7s. And meeting other tier 8s is not that big of a hassle. It does suffer a bit against tier 9s, especially the tanks we faced actually. They just didn't play that well. But the E35, VKP, and the Jagdtiger are all really hard to deal with in an IS-6, especially if you don't have any room to go around them or anything like that. If you have to face those head on, you're pretty fucked. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this little replay here. If you guys want me to do more of this stuff, do let me know, because I'm always like, well, you know, I play this game so much that like a lot of these things don't seem that surprising or exciting to me, but you know, these replay casts don't take that much time, and they're fairly straightforward for me. So, you know, if you enjoy them, let me know in the comments, and if you don't enjoy them and you want to see something entirely different, let me know as well. If you have a good idea for me to do or whatever, I would love to hear your thoughts. Also, don't forget to check out my other YouTube videos. Elliot from the chat has been making some compilation videos for the free mark grinds that I've done. There's 2 of them out right now. I suggest you check them out. But yeah, that was it for me. I'll catch you guys on the next video.